What's going on? Let me double check. Let me move this mic. What is going on? There we go. It might be a little better. I know it's been a while since I posted. Been moving, trying to get some stuff organized, and also been trying to figure out what I want to talk about or do on my content. So I went ahead. First video is fire, or not fire red, but leaf green is up. If you want to go watch that walkthrough. Today we're going to be talking about the market. So let's go ahead and dive on into some topics to talk about today. All right, we got first up the Ascendant Heroes ETB. It's trading around 106 now. We've seen the spike up for the pre-sales, or after the pre-sales, go up to 162, and now we slowly came down to 106 with about 600. Oh wait, that's the last. Let me see. Yeah, about 104 items sold today. So let's go ahead and check it out. 106, 103, 102, 110. We have some other listings. I really wish TCG Player would not allow people to do this. Anyway, so we got one sale at 100%, or one sale 100% rating at 100 plus 15 shipping. Then we got, let's see, 108 plus $8 shipping from Chicago at 100% with a gold star. So I don't know. I feel like some of these Ascendant Hero products might drop down kind of like Prismatic did, but I feel like with the way how they're releasing the product, it might not. I don't know. It's being weird with the way how they're releasing the products. Booster bundles, I think, come out in April. So yeah, as of right now, this is really the only big product that we have with a decent amount of packs. So you get your hands on one probably less than $100. It might be pretty good. You might be able to get some deals from Facebook Marketplace or at shows. But I've seen a lot of people at shows already trying to sell at $100 just so they can say they're underneath market price already and not have to move from that. But I don't know. Ascendant Heroes is probably going to be a good set later on down the road. Just because it has a lot of Gen 1, a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon in it. So it could be a good pickup. Like Prismatic being around $100. And if you're just going to hold the product, it could probably be a good buy for you. If you have that and you want to spend it, go ahead. If you want to wait, see if it goes lower, it might. It might not. I don't know. We can only tell with how they're releasing the products and how many people are actually willing to sell the products. All right, next up, we got Blastoise from 151. Now, this one has jumped. I talked about it a little bit ago whenever it was at $80 back in December, and it has just steadily skyrocketed. We are already at 195. I picked up my copy this weekend at 112, and it's already at 195. That is insane. So let's go ahead and see. We got some. Yep. 94 plus $4 shipping. Let me double check if I'm in near mint. Okay. Okay, that's weird, but all right. So 195, 198, 200, 200, and then 220 for the next gold star. So I can see this card jumping up another $20, $30 here soon. Oh, and then 250 at the bottom on the first page. Okay, so Blastoise is definitely finally getting some love. Finally, if I remember right, it is the same artist that drew the Dark Blastoise. So yeah, it's getting some love, and I knew that would happen once as soon as 151 started getting closer to out of print. I'm still in speculation that they might reprint it for the 30th, but I don't know. Let me know in the comment section. What do y'all think? That'd be cool if they did, but all right. Next up, we got Team Rocket's Mewtwo trading around 471. We are back up from the February dip of 367. Honestly, if you didn't get it at that price with the way how Destin Rivals is, this could probably be the cheaper price right now from the all-time high of 583, but it does look like the market doesn't want it to get back over 500 just because it's starting to level out here. And with some listings kind of lower than 470 already. Yeah, 471 to 465 and then back up. And then after these ones go, though, it is going to look like it goes back up to 500. So if you've been looking at picking up Mewtwo from Destin Rivals and you want to get him a little bit cheaper than what he was at his all-time high, now could possibly be a decent chance to, but I know Destin Rivals is going to be kind of weird. I think we might see some big spikes up and some big drop-offs over the next year just because of the hype behind it and other sets that are coming out. All right, next up we got Zapdos from 151. This one has skyrocketed too over the last month, all the way from 66 up to 96. Personally, I like the card. I think this should have been one of the SIRs that stayed up around $100, but I don't know. It's a very clean card. It only came down, well, 94 down to 63, so we lost $30 there, and now we are basically back up, about to break another all-time high with this card. And we have some listings around. Oh, that's Chinese. Yep, that's going to be at $100 here soon. Shortly over, or it'll be a little over $100 here soon. Just like I said with the Blastoise, it's the 151 card. Probably not getting another reprint of these anytime, or probably might not get another reprint soon. So another 151 card. We have Charmander. He has spiked up too since December, all the way up from $53 all the way up to $102 on market price, but recent sold 96. So let me check these: 99, 110, 109. So yeah, this card's definitely going to be over $100 here soon. We have some sales at 108 from a gold star seller. So yeah, Charmander, anything 151 right now is going to go, basically is going parabolic. Anything 151 singles is, in my opinion, still a good thing to hold on to if you want to invest into 151. Because I know a lot of the sealed product is kind of hard to find, really. I haven't seen much 151 product out in the wild whenever I go to shows. So might be able to pick some up on eBay for a little bit cheaper if people aren't watching that auction. But yeah, so anyway, we got Pikachu with the gray felt hat, trading in around 670 now. It was holding around 500 since December. So for the last December, January, 3 months, my bad. For the last 3 months, you had a chance to pick it up at its probably all-time low. And probably will, well, not all-time low, but recent all-time low. So it could have leveled out there. That's its all-time low. And then it jumped up to, you're going to be selling around $700 soon, it looks like. Yeah. Me personally, I don't really care for the Pikachu gray felt hat, but I mean, I know it was a big promo card whenever they opened it up with the museum, but yeah, I don't know. I don't really care for it, so it's trading around 670. If you didn't pick it up here, you might not be able to get it any cheaper soon. These ones I definitely know they're not printed anymore, so if you like the card, go ahead and pick up the card. All right, next up we got Pikachu from Ascendant Heroes. Now this one has came down some, and I do think it will probably come down a little bit more. I am looking for around the probably 250, 300 price range, hopefully whenever I can pick it up. I'd be comfortable paying that price for this card. It is a nice card, and it looks like you found them in the forest. There's a lot of reference cards in some of these illustrations lately, like Meowth with the video game. This Pikachu looks similar to the video game. You find it in them in Viridian Forest. That's how I'm looking at it. But yeah, so I'd be comfortable picking this card up around 250, 300. But we have market price around 491 and more sale. Not many listings because there's not much Ascendant Heroes. So 500, 500, 520. So if you have patience with this one, anything with Ascendant Heroes single related, if you can go to a show, you can probably pick it up a little bit cheaper if it's there. But I know there's not a lot of Ascendant Hero products out. So let's go ahead and move on to Mewtwo and Scarlet Violet promo. So we got this one. It was trading around $30, $24 in December, and then it spiked up to 33, kind of leveled out below that, and then now it is spiked back up. I did not expect this card to be on the list today, jumping up like that. So, but we got some sales around 35 from a gold star. So yeah, we only got 2 left. We only got a few left below the $40 mark, but I can see this card getting bought up soon. It is a nice card. I know a lot of people don't like the look of the back. Look at the Mewtwo, for example. I think that card, if it would have shown them from the front, would have done a lot better. The same with this one. I think if they probably would have just had a different angle on it, it might be a little bit of a more of a chase card than what it is. But $43 or $40. Let's check recent sales. We got them around 32, 38, 35, 35, 38. So it's slowly climbing up to the market price right here. But with some listings below, it's going to hold it there for a little bit longer. So if you still want this card below 50, let me see, what was its all-time high? Nope, it's right at its all-time high over the last year. So 41, it's about to break it again. So I can see this card probably climbing up more over the next few weeks. All right, then we got the Moltres Zapdos Articuno promo. So this one has been, it was $47 at last year at this time, and then it spiked up to $127. Came back down to $86, and then we had that one little spike down to $55, which think that one was a weird sale. But 87, so 87 was his all-time low, or its most recent all-time low, and now we're going back up over 100. So I don't see this card coming down too much. It's a very beautiful card. I know there's a lot out there, so you might be able to pick this up at a card show and probably get a little bit cheaper than the market price on TCG Player. But it's a nice card. I like it. It's definitely going to stay in my collection. All right, next up we got Psyduck from Ascendant Heroes. I knew he wasn't going to hold $90 that long. So here we are at 63. I'd kind of be comfortable around maybe $40, to be honest. I could see this card probably dropping down to about 40 since we get some more products. I know whenever the booster bundles come out, we're definitely going to have a lot more packs out just because they're so much smaller and so much easier to print than ETBs. And probably 2 and 3 pack blisters, to be honest. But yeah, I can see this card getting down to about $40. We have some Japanese sales. And then the first English sale, it looks like 61, possibly 60. With Gold Star Seller, though, we got it at 61 with $5 shipping. So, still coming down. I would wait a little bit longer for this card. I know it's a nice card and it's Psyduck, but trust me, I'm trying to wait too. But I really want it. So, I'm going to get it soon. If it can drop down, maybe down to 50, I might pick it up. I don't know, but I think it's going to come down whenever we have the booster bundles come out. All right, next up, we got the Psyduck from 151 that is doing the opposite of the Ascendant Heroes, and it is going up. Obviously, yes, we are having less prints of these now, and that is the reason why. And I think it's justified. This price, being its all-time high, Psyduck did hold out around $17 during the summer, and then slowly started its climb on up, came back down, and then shot right back up. So our recent sales are 54, 53, 50, 46, 51. With some listings around 50, 51, 55, and then going up to 60 on the first page. So yeah, I can see this card hitting $60 soon if we don't have any more listings added. So let's go ahead and move on to the Zekrom, Pokemon Center exclusive. So it's trading around $54. I think this is one of the cheaper Pokemon Center ones off of release. So, but it's starting to spike back up. So, but we do have some around 40, 50, 52, 54. So, okay, that. I just got scared by my own Siri, but anyway. Oh man, that threw off my train of thought. Anyway, so we got 54. I can see this card probably leveling out around this price as we got more ETBs being opened. I know a lot of rip and shippers are opening ETBs because that's what they can get right now. So, yeah, then I think we got the Mega Attack boxes, the poster collections, I think they were, that just released. So those will probably be coming out soon, but those do not have this in here. But actually, no, I scratched that back. My bad. I was talking about the Pokemon Center whenever I said Rip and Shippers are opening this. They're not. I don't think Rip and Shippers open Pokemon Center. I don't know. I could be wrong though, but I lost my train of thought. Dang, that really threw me off. I'm just gonna move on. All right, Articuno from Journey Together. We got market price around 18. We have slowly seen it climb up from 14 all the way up to 17. We still have some listings below that, but I can see it going up. I do think the Articuno from Journey Together is getting slept on a little bit. It is a nice card. I know there's probably a lot. I have at least pulled it 3 times, so I know it's an easy pullable card. But it is also a nice card. It's a legendary bird, if y'all like that. So I think this card is going to keep going up slowly over time compared to any of the other Journey Together cards, just because it's a legendary bird. And it's a really clean card. Can this illustration rare hold the set up, though? No, I don't think so. Not like the Magic card, but it is a nice card. I like it. It's slowly climbing up, and that is what we like to see. All right, then we got Team Rocket's Mewtwo from Ascendant Heroes on its way down still. Yes, I know it's still brand new. That's why it's coming down. My price prediction for this card would probably be about 200. Ascendant Heroes just has a bunch of cards in there, but I really do think a lot of people want the Mewtwo card. I know some people don't get why it's in this card, but it's a reprint set for playability. And I know a lot of people like Mewtwo, so that's probably why they went ahead and added another one in there. So, yeah, anyway, we have some sales, or some listings around 300, 305, 314. So it could obviously spike up a little bit until we get some more cards out in the wild. So, all right, next up, We got Zoroark from Ascendant Heroes. This one I do like too. It's one of my chases, just like the Mewtwo. It was starting off at 170 and came down to 152. I can see this card probably getting overshadowed by the Mewtwo, the Dragonite, the Gengar. And I can see it probably getting down to about $80, to be honest. That's my personal prediction, is $80 for the Zoroark. And that's whenever I'm going to be trying to pick it up. So we got some sales at 140, 149, 150, 151, 151, and then 160. So it probably will spike up a little bit until we have more product being listed. But I'm starting to feel like a lot of people aren't comfortable paying these overpriced prices right off release. I know we have 11 sold here, 14, but not as many at the 170. So I think people are starting to slow down on buying right after release, at least on TCG Player. So, but that's going to go ahead and wrap up today's video. If y'all like, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I don't even think I did my intro. I'm John from PokeKom TCG. I sell on TCG Player, so if you want to check that out, I will leave the link in the description. We are almost level 4 seller. I think I only need 9 more sales, so if you want to help out with that, go ahead, check it out. All right, we'll catch up with y'all next time. Have a good one.